welcome. This is 10 questions with Alec Baldwin. If you're familiar with the process, 10 questions is a page in the magazine with reader-submitted questions that are gathered from time.com. For Alec, we got about 160-something questions. We're asking each and every one of them.
Okay.
So get comfortable.
I'll give you one-word answers.
You can try. You can try. Posted by Catherine Thompson in New York. What do you think of Tina Fey's impression of Sarah Palin?
I couldn't believe it. I thought that they nailed it. I can see Russia from my house. I was like, oh my God, it was so perfect. No, she really is an incredible actress. The more she goes out there on the ice, I think the better for her, because she can do just about anything. She's funny.
Scott Jorna in London. Are Jack Donaghy and Liz Lemon going to hook up? I wondered about this question.
Well, if they do, I hope they read my book, A Promise to Ourselves, about the pitfalls of high-conflict divorce. No, they're not going to hook up. You always find, I was told the formula is that it's better when they don't. Like keep people wanting them to hook up, because then once they do, the tension is gone.
To be fair, there is also the issue, there's a little age difference too, right?
And?
No, okay, yeah, no.
So?
No, you're right. That wouldn't be a problem at all.
Rupert Murdoch, I mean, come on. Right down the block. I mean, am I in the wrong building, by the way?
Glengarry Glen Ross, Notting Hill, The Departed. You just come on and you attack what's going on there, and you are an agent of change within the movie. And Mauricio Beltran in Chicago asked a question that I think goes to that, which is, your self-confidence is almost intimidating. Do you make a conscious effort to project it? Does it come naturally?
Well, I think that when you play, that's not naturally who I am, you know? Like me, who I am, I'm sitting here going, oh God, what am I doing here? With all these people from Time magazine, what are they thinking? You know, you have a natural amount of insecurity that people have. But as an actor, you have a job to do. You have a job to do. And if the character you play is the negative value in the piece, you're the bad guy, and you've got to give it to the leading actor the best you can, because it's all the more satisfying that that person is vanquished. You know, the Alan Rickman school, you know, of villainy, where you play as this supremely confident and capable and facile person, so that when they stab him in the end of the movie, you're going, oh yeah, stab him again. You know? And I played parts in films that nobody saw. You know, movies, you'd play parts that are very vulnerable parts, or very against the grain of what you've done, and people never see those movies. They don't know that about you. They don't see that about you. But I understand what you're saying, where people think, I'm always the guy that comes in the room and straightens everybody out. You know, you feel like you're Patton. You're like slapping the guy in the tent and telling everybody what they got to do. But I don't think all the films I've made have been that way.
Let's move into the fish in the barrel portion of this interview with politics. What are your impressions?
Fish in the barrel for you mean?
Well, I don't know. We'll see who's got the gun.
Oh, here we go.
What are your impressions of each candidate in the current presidential campaign?
Well, there's obviously so much surface area that you can cover there. The thing that concerns me is that, and I've got to get the exact name of the bill, but you know, McCain voted against the Equal Pay for Women bill. And he's got a woman as a running mate who is his running mate only because she is a woman. McCain chose her to try to rake all the discontented Hillaryites into a pile, and he thought that in a tight race, in a critical race, that might rule the day. That might make it, especially in these kind of states that are in play. And she doesn't think or speak or act politically like any woman I know in the modern world. And the other thing I was mentioning to my friend is that, to me, you see a sea of people at the Republican convention with signs that say country first. And I would like to get a definition of what that means from them specifically. But I'd also like to think, do they think that the financial markets in this country should put their country first? Do they think that Wall Street should put their country first? Because Wall Street and the financial markets have not put their country first. And we're all in a lot of trouble because of the way these people behaved and because of deregulation on Wall Street. What increased regulation would McCain support? And in terms of country first, what does John McCain think Wall Street and the financial market should do to put their country first? I would be dying to hear him answer that question.
So, okay, I think I can divine a political affiliation. The phone message that you left for your daughter Ireland was widely publicized. How's it affected you in the eyes of the public, and would you do things differently if you had another chance?
I mean, there's a lot of things I can say about that, but it's safe to say I'd never done that in my life before. I mean, I really, really was just so, and the book talks about the way I've been treated, the way this has been dealt with, me being inside of a system where there was never any acknowledgement of my rights as a father. None. You get into divorce, and you're in this Lewis Carroll world where everything, north is south, up is down, black is white, everything is renounced, everything is for the purposes of this kind of gladiatorial combat. So I had been living with this for 7 years. I mean, you're talking to somebody who was conciliatory with a capital C for 7 years. And it gained me no ground. Everything stayed as black and as bad and as uncooperative and as destructive and as personal as it could be for 7 years. So then I left that voicemail message, which obviously, as most people would deduce, I was really speaking to someone else on that voicemail and took it out on someone else.
What was the reaction of just walking around? I mean, in the days after that?
Well, we live in a world where I believe that because people are so removed from the democratic process in this country, and this is an opinion, because people's voice matters so little in politics and in government, they have transferred that energy. It's got to go somewhere. So it's been transferred over to American Idol and the internet and chat rooms where you say, Alec Baldwin is an asshole. Mike Bloomberg wants to upend term limits. Alec Baldwin is an asshole. I mean, to me, go to the AOL homepage. You go to the AOL homepage, and all you see on the AOL homepage is fat pictures of this actress. Click here. This actor screamed at his wife. Click here. I mean, there's nothing more disgraceful than the AOL homepage. Because it's AOL, and you figure it's this estimable reason. It's not page 6, but in the end, the AOL homepage is really like page 6. Jennifer Love Hewitt's chubby thighs. Click here. That's on the AOL homepage, and there's like reams of it, and you realize that that's where people have decided to put their opinion-driven energy. And so as a result of that, I mean, I gave them a smorgasbord, with that event. And I had to live with that for a long, long time.
Catherine Pilley in Covington, Louisiana. Would you ever get married again?
Oh, Catherine. I need my pill. No, well, listen, I think that, of course, divorce makes it eclipses your real feelings about marriage. And I think marriage is great. My brother Billy, he's got the happiest family. His kids are great. He loves his wife. But even he leans over to me one time, about a couple of years ago, and goes, "What I wouldn't give to be you for a month." Do I ever think I'll get married again? I don't know. I'm older now. I'm 50. Meeting somebody and getting married, it's tough, with my lifestyle.
Sally Verno, Williamson, New York. Which one of the Baldwin brothers is your favorite? I know my answer.
Well, in my family, it changes on like a 6-month cycle. We all pick one member of our family, and we all trash that person. We all call each other and say, "Don't you just hate when he does that? And haven't you always hated him?" And then it rotates like the tides, and then then it's your turn. Then they don't call me for 6 months, and you can hear them, "Don't you just hate him?" So I would say right now my favorite Baldwin brother is probably my brother Daniel. Yeah, I'm very hopeful because he's had a lot of problems in his life and his drug addiction and so forth. So I'm very keen on helping him to finally find a way.
Luke Watson. What is it like to have really awesome hair? I'm glad
What's his name?
Luke Watson.
Luke. Well, Luke, let me tell you. It comes in handy, Luke, in a lot of situations. That's the only thing I have, at my age. I have my hair, man. I'm 50, but I got my hair. So, yeah. I'm here and Stanley Tucci's not.
Right, exactly.
No, come on now. AOL homepage. Come on.